Patrick.
What? We're here. Why are we here?
What?
Who?
What that was, but that's
Jerry.
Oh,
We recorded a podcast.
oh,
And my name is
ambush,
Patrick.
ambush. We're having an ambush.
And together,
Why is that? We are.
We're
Jerryatrick. Welcome to the Jerryatrick show.
welcome to our show. Jerry, what do we...
We are doing. I have my brain is working real clear today. We are
Okay.
doing a podcast. We're doing a whole memory lane thing about us.
Oh, yeah, the podcast. I remember now.
So, from what I remember, we are called something to do with our names. Jerryatrick.
That's
We are
right,
called
that's
the
right.
Jerryatrick.
Yeah, that's right. Because you're Jerry, I'm Patrick.
Together,
Jerryatrick.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant every time.
Who came up with
Okay. I don't know. Some brilliant man. Probably one of us, because we are brilliant men.
it? I am a brilliant man.
Yep, you are.
Yeah.
You are indeed.
You too.
Well, Patrick, today I think we both just we had our holiday season. And
You're right. It's the new year.
home here.
New year,
It's the
new
new
me.
year. New us. So
Jerry.
I think we're gonna what?
Did you make any resolutions?
I have one resolution to start working on my my novel. I was gonna start working on another biography of myself.
Oh, you're writing a biography about yourself.
Yep.
How are you going to be able to remember it all?
Hey, this is the podcast is helping a lot.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to
You just
remember
listen
all
back to
this.
the episodes we've recorded.
Yep. It was great. The thing is that I'm a real slow writer, so it's a pretty slow process of
Yeah.
writing and listening,
Are you using a typewriter?
Oh,
I hear a lot of ticket-tagging coming from your
Yeah.
room.
I smuggled in a typewriter. Yeah, I've been using a
Smuggled
typewriter.
in a typewriter. How'd you manage that? Charlotte's always on the lookout.
I pulled it in through the window.
You pulled it in through the window. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, you must be really strong. Have you been working out or something?
I have been. I've been working out. That's another resolution. I've been determined. I've been stretching every day, and now I'm going to do my workouts every day.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
As part of it, I had the thought of I gotta hide the typewriter. So what I do is I built this little contraption where I put it in this like a basket, and then I can put it out my window and I can hold it and pull it down with a rope, and it's really good exercise to hide the typewriter. And then I have to pull it back up. When I'm done, I type it up. It's great.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. That's amazing. My New Year's resolution was it was all about just sitting there and staring at the wall. It's part of what the kids call meditation these days. I'm not sure if I really understand it, but I feel like you go and I've got a select time every day where I just.
You just sit there. He's just staring. Man doesn't. His eyes are moving around. What do you feel?
And then it just.
Yeah.
You sit there and you feel and stuff, and so that's sometimes the sunlight gets in my eyes, so I have to go to a darker room to do it. But it's working out pretty well. My son tells me all of these other tips and tricks that I should do, but honestly I just like the sitting and the staring.
Well, how long do you usually do it for?
How long? I don't know, I don't keep track.
Oh, right.
And
We
sometimes I look at the clock before I stop, but then I can't remember when I started.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Well, so your New Year's resolution is to every day stare at a wall.
yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I would expect out of you. I'm proud of you. Well done.
Yeah,
I think
man.
you could use some of that.
I just I got some puzzles from my grandkids. It's just
Ooh.
pictures of them that I don't know how they did it, but they made their own puzzles out of their pictures.
What?
And now I get
Oh my
to
gosh.
assemble all the pictures of my kids, but in puzzle form. They're very
Oh
hard.
my goodness. I imagine so. I'm gonna have to come over there and try it out with you. That sounds great.
You've really got to come help me get some of these pieces, Jerry. I don't know what they did to them, but they're They're not regular puzzles.
Oh,
They're
one of them
all weird. Some of them,
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
thought it was a good idea to give me a 3,000-piece puzzle, so I'm considering
Yeah,
that. I know, yeah. It's
That's incredible.
a long-form project.
Yep, you might be doing that until the day you die, which we both know is never going to happen.
Yeah, that might be part of the funeral celebration, is finishing the puzzle that I was never able to complete.
And we're going to have it's a part of the requirement. If you want to come to the funeral, you have to be able to work on the puzzle.
You gotta put at least one piece down.
One piece in, to help send Patrick off into the new life.
Exactly.
Well,
Get on going.
That puzzle sounds incredible.
It's amazing.
I didn't receive any presents from my family this year. I actually told them not to send me any. Yeah, I explicitly didn't want any more things because, I've been realizing that when you live in a small room, you don't have a lot of room for things. So the more things I have, the harder it is for me to, move around. It's hard to move around in this. Sometimes I'm in the wheelchair, sometimes I'm able to do some walking, and sometimes I'm able to just, amble about. But if I got too many things on the ground, well, then I start stepping on them, and it starts hurting a bit. So this time I told my friends and family to not get me anything. The only thing they needed to get me was... Oh God, what did I tell them? I told them something to do with like love and generosity or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted them to be friendly with me and to understand that I'm an old fart and I don't understand. I don't remember their names. I don't remember their birthdays.
That's very healthy, Have your family come spend time with you, because they forget about the retirement home and they forget about us in here. So
Yep.
Sometimes we just. A little bit.
My family actually explicitly told me that they're afraid of visiting this retirement home, because we all remember what happened last Christmas when we had the celebrations. For the listeners and for our memories, last Christmas, we had a little bit of a Santa Claus incident. We had Santa Claus man. Patrick, is that your beeping move? What's going on in the background there?
There's a lot of beeping going on right now. I don't know quite what's happening.
I think they're doing construction in the next door room to you, right?
They must be building like a pavilion or something outside. It's quite noisy right now.
Okay.
I'm very sorry. It seems to be leaking into the recording studio.
It's all part of the now.
Is reversing. I don't even think there's that much road to reverse down, but he keeps doing the beep beep.
That's incredible.
I know.
Anywho, talking about like last Christmas or something. But last Christmas we had a whole incident where Santa Claus came in, big old beard and everything, and a couple of the residents really got angry because they realized that they were just, Santa Claus is basically just making fun of old men.
Oh, that's when they brought in the mall Santa. I remember that.
They thought it would be fun for the grandkids, but they didn't realize it would hurt the feelings of old people.
Exactly. They never know,
Someone punched Santa. I think it was Mitch. I think Mitch punched Santa then.
Oh, I think Mitch did punch Santa.
Mitch punched Santa then.
He got out of his room. And then, they couldn't stop him before he got to Santa. That was a very bad year. Lots of tears.
It was a bad. Yep. And that's why my family refuses to come here during the holidays.
You're right. Yeah. It's usually pretty much a mess over here. There's so much that happens at the retirement home around the holidays.
You want to describe to the viewers what the lobby looks like now?
A lobby?
Not to the viewers, but to our future selves. We want to know what retirement home was like.
Yeah, when we can't get to the lobby anymore. What? Oh, I do remember. Okay, so the lobby, they've got a very lovely lobby set up right now. They've got the Christmas tree, and it's got all the ornaments. They had a whole day recently where they brought everybody in the retirement home to make ornaments. So we all made ornaments. They gave us glue and they gave us paper. They gave us glitter, which was a huge mistake. Glitter got everywhere. I'm still finding glitter in my bathroom and under my toenails. And Mitch, oh, he went crazy with it. Stu started eating it. It was a terrible time. But we got some very lovely ornaments from it that are now hanging upon our tree. And they've got what's the thing with the candles? You know, for
the thing with the candles, like a birthday cake?
No, it's like a birthday cake, but it's like for people who don't like Christmas. People who don't celebrate like Christmas, you know, people of other denominations.
Who doesn't celebrate
Yes,
Christmas?
I know, Jerry, I know it's hard to understand that people don't celebrate Christmas. We've got someone, what's their name? Mark?
Mark?
Molly?
What does Mark have to... We don't like to... Mark and I have never gotten along since the beginning we got in here.
Oh, well, that's probably why you don't know. It's like a yarmulke, a menorah. It's a menorah. That's what it is.
Is that like a car brand or something?
It's like a candelabra, and they light it for
why would you light it? You're telling me that there's another way to celebrate these times by lighting some sort of candles?
What? You're lighting candles?
I don't know. I've completely lost you on that. But when you mentioned glitter, I remember the fun part of the one in the making process. Oh, that when they gave us a big old tubes of glitter, some nice little big canisters of glitter, and I swear someone intentionally knocked it over, but you said you found it in your toenails. Well, Jerryatrick, don't you remember we all started running around barefoot in the glitter because it was just like, it was a jolly good time.
I do remember
we were just they made a little bathtub out of glitter, and we were just all these old people just running around having a faff about time.
Yeah, they won't let us outside to go enjoy the snow, so we decided to take advantage of the artificial snow that we got via glitter.
Yep. Well, but yeah, I don't think Mark appreciated that. that.
No, he didn't. He was in the corner frowning. I asked him for a toboggan. I also asked Charlotte for a toboggan, but she wouldn't give me one. She said, "Why would you need one inside when it's flat?" I was like, "Party pooper." I called her a Scrooge.
Ooh, yeah, you hit it with that.
Exactly. It's the worst time to get hit with during the holidays. Well, and speaking of, conflict during the holidays, do you remember Bethany's family?
Oh!
And they all came to visit her.
Gosh. Oh! That was a time.
That was quite a doozy. That was a lot of yelling. Do you remember what they were yelling about?
Yeah, they were yelling about, Bethany has been having to, she was really wealthy before she made it into the old home. She's still very wealthy, I think. And she's been paying for the granddaughter's education. The thing is that the granddaughter came in, and the granddaughter had three new nose piercings.
Three new nose piercings?
Yeah,
one
I saw
the
them.
line.
They were huge.
Oh my gosh.
They were horrendous.
Did she get any of those gauges for her nose?
Yeah, that's the name.
No.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, she had a whole. She had. Oh, her nose had 4 holes. I tell you.
Oh my
4
gosh.
Holes. So Bethany went up in an uproar. I've never seen her more livid in my life. I think she threw one. I think she take her ornament and she threw it at her grandchildren.
Oh my gosh.
She took it and chucked it. Oh,
they better watch out. They're going to get a pretty hefty paper cut if they get hit with that. We didn't use light paper.
I think Bethany didn't know how to make much, so she just folded up some paper or something. She was never really creative anyways.
No, yeah. Bethany isn't. She's got a mind for gossip, but not for the arts.
Yep.
So, yeah. I do remember that, and then Bethany's son came in and he had 2 new children. And that was also a big hairy deal. Then Bethany's son, albeit, he's older than the daughter, so it's more understandable that he'd have children.
Right.
But, how would you feel if somebody showed up with 2 new surprise children to your retirement home?
Oh,
You got 2 new grandchildren, and You know, what are you
I
gonna do?
don't even know. Oh yeah, that's all. You have to support them. You have to remember their names. And that's.
Gotta
I
remember
mean,
the names. You gotta send them stuff on their birthday. You know,
you have to
sometimes
start
they just
talking
come
to them.
around. Please take care of my
Yeah.
kid.
Oh, jeez. That's the worst. Honestly, it's like when your kids come and they're like, I want you to take care of
You're
my
right.
grandkids. You're like, no, that's. Your grandkids aren't my kids.
Yeah. Well, you know what I usually do is I load them up with sugar. You know, get
Yep.
them real wound up, just real tight. And then usually by that time, the parents have come back because they feel bad for me, and I give them back the kid. Sayonara.
Patrick, I just had a realization. I know
You just
why
had what?
I had
You
a
passed
realization.
gas?
Oh, I did. I've passed gas
You
multiple
pat?
times
Oh,
this
okay.
time.
You had
Okay.
that look about you.
Uh, yep. That's
Yep.
a good look.
Oh, you just did it
Anyway,
again.
I had a thought. You know, my grandkids don't like to come visit and stay for multiple times. I had blocked this out of memory, but you saying about giving your kids sugar. Well, you know, I think I know why they won't trust me anymore. It's because last time, what I did, because I didn't want to deal with my grandkids. I still don't remember their name. They said like Trevor or Terry or Druvy or I don't know their names. I did not want to deal with them, so I just left them to Mitch. I put him outside and I was like, you can have a fun time with Mitch.
Mitch is
And,
actually
I
very
mean,
good with children, surprisingly.
he's shockingly
After
good
all
with
our
kids,
tales
but
of Mitch, he does enjoy being in the company of children. I think
he
it's
likes
because he
reading them
relates
his
to them
old war
mentally.
stories. You know, he does relate to them. Yeah, he really gets on their level. But I don't think my kids liked him very much.
No.
My grandkids.
Did they say anything about him?
No, they walked in with these like horror eyes on their face, and then they were like,
Oh.
Grampy, Mitch made us read a book that was really boring and I didn't like it. They started whining a whole bunch. I was like, get out of here.
That is also a pretty valid reaction from Mitch. I think I've walked into your room a couple times with that look upon my face. I don't know if you made me read a boring book or what, but I come in and you hold up your hand mirror so I can see what it looks like.
Did you see how they decorated Mitch's is it Mitch or is it Stu's the bird cage? Well, the cage, not the bird cage.
Oh,
The
yeah,
bird cage.
Stu's cage.
Yeah, Stu's cage. They wrapped lights around it. It's wonderful. To
They
walk
wrapped
up
lights
the,
around
up the
it.
stairs in him.
Did you see the little bit of mistletoe they put at the top of his cage?
Oh, I ripped that off. I don't believe in kissing.
What? You don't believe in kissing? That's kind of mean, too, because they put it in his cage. Nobody goes in Mitch's cage. It's just Mitch in there. I don't know
Well, I
who he's
didn't wanna make
smooching
me-
in there but himself.
It's Stu who goes in there. We gotta clear this up. Is it Stu or Mitch who goes into the cage? I can't remember.
It's Stu.
It's Stu. Okay.
Stu has the cage.
No.
Mitch had a room for a while, and then he was doing a lot of weird stuff in the room, and they had to take away his room, and so now
Yep.
Mitch resides within the hallways.
Right, 'cause
Unfortunately,
it's easier to
sometimes it's outside of
on
our
it.
hallway, and we have to
Yep.
look at and deal with Mitch.
Yep.
But
That soul-sucking eyes.
those soul-sucking eyes. Usually, he goes to a different wing. He's kind of migratory around the retirement home.
Migratory Mitch, what we like to call him.
Yeah. We call
Especially
him
during the
double M.
holidays.
Especially over the
Holidays, you really-
holidays.
Yep.
Everybody's
But-
bringing in their families, and they don't want Mitch around them because he freaks everybody's families out. So, they
Yep.
get him.
Did you
over
get
to
the
another hallway.
Did you get the little present? Did you get the little present from Mitch? He left everyone a little present at the doorstep.
I did get a little present from Mitch, but it wasn't that exciting.
No, it wasn't.
No,
He gave me a comb,
Oh,
a singular comb.
well, at least you got a comb. I think he stole one of the flowers from reception and put it into a box for me. 'Cause I just got
Oh,
a
yeah,
dried
that's
flower in a
beautiful.
box.
Oh, that's
And
unfortunate.
it had an
It's dried.
M poorly written on the lid, so I believe that was Mitch. Maybe it was Manta.
Was it written in blood too?
No, it was written in Sharpie.
No.
But it was red
okay,
Sharpie.
listen.
So,
Yeah,
it could have
yeah,
looked
be
like
careful.
blood. Yeah,
You gotta be careful about that.
yeah, I didn't
These
touch
little
it,
Presents.
in case it was.
I look forward to his presents every year.
Yeah, yeah. Jerry, you know what? I think we did a gift exchange, if I'm remembering correctly.
Did we this year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh my gosh.
What did
Okay, let me look around. Let me see. What do I see? What do I see? What do I see?
what did I get you? All right. I got you that new pair of slippers.
Oh, I'm wearing
You
them right
remember?
now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. They are incredible.
I know.
They're incredible.
It's a pair I use myself, and I thought that you would enjoy them. So, because you're always complaining about how cold your feet are.
The arch support on these slippers are incredible. I want to thank you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I noticed that you had falling arch when I would come into your room. You'd walk around. It was with the glitter too. We were running around in the glitter, and I saw that you didn't have a normal human footprint. It was like plus size because your arch had fallen, so more of your foot was resting on the ground, and so there was a lot of glitter.
Yeah, oh, that's a good noticing. You're a great friend for noticing that.
Yeah,
You're a great friend for noticing.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
notice a lot
Have
of
you,
things.
I remember what I got you, and it was like a little bit of a silly one, but it was also an important one. You got the nose hair trimmer. You got the new one.
I did get the nose hair trimmer. You're right.
Has it
I really needed
isn't it
that.
excellent?
Oh, it's
Isn't it
fantastic.
incredible?
It's fantastic. They grow so fast and they grow so long. It was starting to become a problem. Right before you got it to me, they were actually going all the way down to my mouth. And so when I'd have my morning oatmeal, I'd scoop in a little bit of hair with the oatmeal. But now that's no longer a problem. Thank you so much, Jerry.
You're absolutely welcome. The age-old saying is that, like, you see them, your kids grow up so fast when you're old, but what they really don't tell you is that your nose hair grows up so fast.
Yeah, your nose hair and your
not the
ear hair
kids.
grows up so fast when you're old. It's hard. It's like it's grass. It keeps going and going, and then
Yep.
soon you look
really-
like Cousin It or whatever.
Soon you look like you have a third mustache.
Yes.
I think it was a good holiday season. It was a good holiday.
It was a
season.
great holiday season to be returned for. What's the next
future
one?
thing. My favorite one. It's Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
The one with the dude with the arrow who shoots you.
Yep, I love that. Well, I think we could sign off here. I think we've done our due diligence
think-
recording the memories.
Has it? Oh, you're right. I see the numbers. They're very large right now.
All right.
Ah. Bye-bye, and thank you for listening to our show.